Hello, hello, hello. You all have a minute to get in here. I know I'm very late today. Let's see, I know from experience that I can share, so I'll be right back. All right, let me get this one last dog outside. I'll be right back. Dobby, come on, let's get outside. We're not gonna go outside under our own power today, huh? Hey, Diesel, come. Diesel! Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's like we're gonna play grab the pointer from the front yard. And then I will pray for you. And we will read the proverb of the day. Because the book of Proverbs has a reading for every day. And I think that's great. And if you stick around long enough, you will hear the entire book. Carpet. Unlock. Open. Yeah, a little too hot out there for your liking, huh, butthead? Relock door. Fix rug. Good morning, everyone. Let's see, is my Bible? It is. Yeah. My Bible with the miraculous medal of Mary. All right. I'm also going to warm up my coffee while we do this, guys. Because I weighed myself this morning like a good noodle. And that was about 150. Which, not bad. Not where I want to be, though. Not bad. How is it only the 9th? Like, the rest of this year is going to go by so slow, I swear. Alright, so I have the proverb for the day. Let me grab my little notebook I keep over here. And I will start doing my little solo prayer I tend to do. There are already 10 people in here. 8. Just so y'all know, I can see the comments. Like, if you want to comment, say hi, you can. Alright, before I put cream and sugar, all that good stuff, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Lord, I ask that you keep everybody on the other side of this camera safe, that all of their guardian angels will keep them safe and guide them throughout the day. Alright. This is a new one that I haven't done, so we're going to do it. Come, Holy Spirit, fill hearts of your faithful and enkindle them, that is a weird word, the fire of your love. Send forth your Spirit, thy shall be created, and you shall renew the face of the earth. O God, you instruct the hearts of those who believe in you. By the light of the Holy Spirit, grant us the same Spirit to be truly wise and ever to rejoice his counsel through Christ our Lord. Amen. I like this little Bible. I'm going to have a big Bible here in a few days. I already have a big Bible. I'm turning it into a prayer Bible. Okay, let me get some milk and sugar. I say sugar, it's not really sugar. It is maple syrup. Because I believe in no wasting. I don't like to waste. I really don't. So I'm just going to add a splash of milk. Carefully. I'm going to slide that over. Gonna carefully add some maple syrup. Here, let me move the cup so you guys can see cup. Oof. We're back to 10. Like I said, I can't see the comments. There is a link in the description of this video to support me if you'd like. Only if you'd like. I'm not going to sit here and go, get this a-flowing and we'll do this. I'm going to stay on late because I couldn't get my ass up. So you guys get a longer show. Alrighty, and because we just welcomed the Holy Spirit, let me, where the hey each double hockey malarkey is the freak-a-leakin' lighter. This probably needs to be refilled. And I'm gonna talk to the manager while I'm looking for the lighter. I'm gonna cover that. I'm gonna talk to the manager at our local Planet Fitness and see if I kind of stuck to the back corner with you guys once I get like the tripod and things, if she'd let me stream in there. If she'd let me do my hour stream in there, just working out, and in that case, we'd be doing body weight stuff, planks, and all of that. I wouldn't film on any of the machines where people could walk by. I would put myself towards the window area so that my camera could not be seen. Alrighty, I'm going to start my daily prayer for myself. Oops. I am writing that backwards. Wait, I have my dates mixed up in here. Yes, wait, no. It's today. 1 second, y'all. Nope, I was right. It's the 10th, not the 9th. I still have the daily proverb right here, though. That is my fault for not changing my book over. Sorry, got a lot to keep track of sometimes. Alrighty, now this is my book that I keep all of my prayer and my mass notes in. Yesterday's readings were really beautiful. I especially liked the reading where they were walking on water. Like literally, Peter is just walking on the water. Peter Simon is walking on the water. And, okay, so basically they're in a boat. Let me see. Let's find it. Romans. The Roman book. Okay, let me see if I can find my page that tells me where all of my other pages are. Do you need water, dog? Let me give my dog some water, guys. And we'll go back to looking for Romans. Phoenix, hold on. Gotta let Day swim in because she cries when it's too hot. Come in. So now we have 3 out of the 5 inside. Get exercise, y'all. This, though, guys, is the week week I go to Mass twice. I'm going to a Saturday morning Mass, which is going to be beautiful. And then I'm going to a Sunday morning Mass, which is going to be beautiful. There's going to be breakfast after the Saturday Mass, which I'm excited to see how Catholics think breakfast goes. I mean, we are people. We're people. We are very simple peoples. Tobit. Oh, this is a book that's been recommended. Oh. I mean, it is a little short book. In Kings, Judges, Leviticus, I've gone too far. Quit scratching at my door. Okay, since I'm having trouble finding it in the small one today, we're gonna go through the big one. We're gonna figure out where it is, what book it's before, and then we're gonna turn to it. I think that's gonna be an easier way to do things today. All right, let's see. Okay. Do they have them? Okay, there we go. Romans is going to be an R. It does not come after Revelation. I'm sorry. It comes before the book of Revelation. Why will nothing give me a straight answer for what I want today? Oh, hey, comments. Okay. It didn't come through on my PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. I highly doubt that, my friend. There's a Venmo, a Cash App, and a PayPal in there. And I did not hear, nor did I see anything come through, because I don't have Google AdSense set up. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness, this is just set up so weird. Okay, so we're going to go to Romans, which in here is, okay, it's a New Testament letter. It's going to be in here, it's 1250. Okay, so this will tell me where we're going. Where are we going? To the Romans! Why are we doing it? Because we want to read the book of Romans. Went too far. Try again. Not far enough. It's 11. It's 11. That's 12. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting to where I want to be. $30, $12.36. There's a dog on the counter. There are 2 dogs on the counter. Smack them. If you hear me smack my dogs, do not be alarmed. They are fine. There are 0 people here. That's just fine. We're gonna keep going. It's my fault for being late today. Oh, is it after Acts? Okay, let's go after Acts in this one. Here's the Acts of the Apostles. It's after the Acts of the Apostles. There were 12 disciples, 12 disciples. Okay, and since we're already here in this one, we'll take it out of this one today. Alright. Romans chapter 9. I cannot read that for crap. Um, Alright. I can't read the tiny words in here, guys. It might just be one of those days, and I think my glasses are in the car. Okay, so what we're going to go do is go to the end. Here, we're going to go to the end of the Act of the Apostles. So I'm just going to tell you the story from memory while I look for this. Basically, Jesus has put the disciples in a boat, and they are going back to the shore. And the waves are just pounding and pounding and pounding as they're offshore. And Jesus walks to them through the storm. And Peter, at first they think it's a ghost. And Jesus says, "Be not afraid, it's me." And Simon Peter says, "Jesus, if it is you, command me to walk on water." So he calls forth Peter, and Peter steps off of the boat into the raging sea. And is so overtaken by how the storm is that he ends up losing sight of Jesus and going under. Jesus pulls his dumb butt up and he's walking on water with Jesus, which I think is one of the most beautiful stories in the Bible, and I'm not going to go looking for it right now, but I know where it is. I wanted to highlight that part because I thought I love that story. Okay, there we go. Things are becoming clearer. Okay. Down chapter 9, y'all. 1 through 5. That is not what I'm looking for then. Gospel of Matthew. That's the Gospel of Matthew. My bad. Romans yesterday was really good too. And since we're already here, let me read it. I speak the truth. Christ, I do not lie. That was really good. We'll read that a different day. We'll read that story a different day. The Gospel of Matthew is where I want to be. Peter, John, and James will never be this. Oh, I am rough this morning. Peter, John, and James will never be the same after they heard him say, "I'll make you fishers of men." And they said, "Rise and follow me. I'll make you worthy. Rise and follow me. I'll make you fishers of men." I love that song. I should learn it and do a cover for you guys. Okay, so Matthew chapter 14. This is where they're walking on water, I believe. Like, believe it or not, guys, this is helping me get out of my shit, out of my head. Okay, 22. 26, 22. Okay. Then he made the disciples get into a boat and go before him to the other side, while he dismissed the crowds. And after he dismissed the crowds, he went up to the hills to pray by himself. He went by himself to pray. When evening came, he was there alone. But the boat by this time was many furlongs distant from land, beaten by the waves, for the wind was against them. And in fourth watch of the night he came to them, walking on the sea. But when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified, saying, "It's a ghost!" These are grown men, suspected to be grown men / teenagers, screaming about a ghost. It's funny. And they cried out, saying, saying, "Take heart, it is I, have no fear." And Peter answered him, "Lord, if it is you, bid me to come to you on the water." He said, "Come." So Peter got out of the boat and walked on the water and came to Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried out, "Lord, save me." Jesus immediately reached out his hand and caught him, saying to him, "O man of little faith, why do you doubt?" And when they got into the boat, the wind ceased, and those in the boats worshipped him, saying, "Truly you are God." Now, that's a little more than we had for church yesterday, because we only read 2 verse 23 yesterday. But I'm going to highlight this because it's a beautiful story to keep your eyes on Jesus. It really is. Ponding soul, come here. One of you wants exercise. Well, looks like some of you want exercise. Some of you just want to be lazy. Lazy, huh? Alright, guys, I'm still here. I'm just grabbing the trash. My dog's grabbed out of the trash can. It's on and James. That's something we should do for car karaoke. I think it would drive Alex nuts, but that's something we should do for car karaoke. Okay, back to my page. I'm already on page 12 of this book, guys, and it's got 146 pages. And I do have some notebooks on the Amazon list. I also have this cool coupon app that if it's good, I'm gonna put it up in the link tree for you guys to use. Because I don't gatekeep around here, so bear it. La, 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 la. He was sitting there, his brush in hand, painting waves as they danced along the sand. With every stroke, he brought to life the deep blue of the ocean against a morning sky. I asked him if he only painted ocean scenes. He said, "For $20, I'll paint you anything. Could you paint me a Birmingham? Make it look just the way I planned. A little house on the edge of town. Porch going all the way around. Put her there in the front yard swinging. Cotton dress, make it early spring. For a while she'll be mine again. If you could paint me a Birmingham." That is probably going to be one of my first covers. If that's not one of my first covers, I'm either thinking Reba McEntire or Dolly Parton, because they have a really good few songs that go with my voice. I like Reba's new one. Ring, ring, is anybody there? Ring, ring, pick up the phone. I love that kind of music. So, and then this week, my young adults group was doing trivia night. And then I think the week after we go to the Adoration Chapel, which I love. I love going in there. It's just so silent. I'm going to sit as close to the Eucharist as I can. Because to me, I know Jesus. I'm just not baptized yet. That's going to happen soon. I got to talk to somebody about it. Because if things plan out the way I want to, I'm going to need extra spiritual protection before October. And you guys will see why. Because I'm an amateur ghost hunter. I don't actively do it. Because I'm not Zach Bagans. I don't go, show me yourself thine spirit. And then get possessed by demons. He's possessed. That man needs an exorcism. Zach, if you see this, you are fucking stupid. I could go off all day about how stupid Zach Bagans is, you guys. Like, I don't like him. I don't. And you guys will see it sooner or later in the background. But my sister went to his haunted museum. And I asked her to pick me up something. She picked me up a magnet. Now, the only reason my sister did this is because I am sensitive to spirit. I'm not going to say I'm a medium or anything like that, because I don't channel dead people. I let them talk to me, and if I genuinely think I can help, I will help. But half the time when you're conjuring spirits, you're conjuring fucking demons. I have heard exorcists say it time and time again. I'm like, thank you. Someone said it for the collective. Someone said it for the collective. Like, there's one guardian angel in this house right now. Mine. And there's probably a few demons, if not one demon. And they are listening. And if I start saying all these things that my loved ones and I did, and a fucking medium walked up to me and says, your great grandpa said this, I'm going to go, liar. My great grandpa is in heaven and has no time for these shenanigans. Liar. Now, that's not saying that I don't think my dead family members aren't listening to me in heaven. I do think they pray for me, because my great-grandma taught me this one, and I have not seen it written down anywhere, so I gotta ask somebody about it. But it's, before I lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. You know, that kind of thing. God bless mommy, daddy, everybody. You know, I found that. I used to have a bear that said that. The battery has since died, but I still have that bear somewhere. And my dad brought it home from an angel tree thing he was doing for kids whose parents are in jail. And he's like, hey, I have something for you. So I go, okay. Thinking, you know, it's just like a cute pin or something, because at the time I was really big into pin collecting. And I'm like, a tiny teddy bear? He's like, press it. So I press it, and I hear the prayer, and I start crying. Just as my mom walks in the door to look at me, and he's like, no, I've got the big kid crying. And I'm like, great grandma used to say this with me every day. Oh, I miss her. All right. Okay, back to my Zach Bagans rant, because this I have all day. One of the reasons, I mean, I liked Zach in the beginning. There's a dog scratching on the door. I liked Zach in the beginning when Ghost Adventures started. I thought he was doing it, you know, because he was curious. And when you're curious about that kind of thing, yeah. But the problem is if you're going to get curious about that kind of thing, you better get real comfortable with things like the Lord's Prayer and things like that. And you better have a father on speed dial. That's one of the things going into October I'm going to do. Like, I'm going to ask one of the fathers, because, like, granted, our church has services every day. I'm going to ask them before I do this, like, hey, if I come the next day and I don't want to come in the church, is there a way you can come out to me and give me a blessing so I can sit in the church? Because I'm not going to sit here and let all of these evil, negative things in the world attack me. I'm going to say the same. Gosh darn it. Saint Michael or Saint Gabriel? I don't want to lose this page. Here we go. Sticker. I believe it is the Saint Michael prayer, but I am not seeing it right now. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. Cast into hell Satan and all evil spirits who roam the earth. Yeah, I'm not seeing what I want right now. But I am going to say that. And I'm going to get a medal with him on it as a necklace. I'm going to save up by then. I'm going to get a chain and put St. Michael on there. And I'll probably put my patron saint and all these other saints that have medals. At least the older ones. I know St. Carlos doesn't have a medal that I know of yet. But if he does, I'll grab that one too offline. You know. And I'll have it blessed. Because I'm not going to screw around like Zach does. I'm not there to screw around. I'm there to be respectful. Maybe learn from them if I think anything is evil, which I have done in the past. Alex can vouch for me. We have pulled up to places where we wanted to go ghost hunting and we were so excited. And I took one look out my window and went, nope, something is evil in there. Something has happened in there and the spirits do not want us there because they're afraid we're going to be disrespectful. And it doesn't matter at that point if you say, hey, we're here out of respect. They don't want you there. They don't want you there because that is their home. Their home was disrespected. And you should not go in until you feel like there has been enough respect restored in that place for you to go in. Like, we stumbled upon a graveyard the other day, and he looked at me and like, as long as we're respectful, we can continue what we're doing. We just walked through it. Good morning. Hope you're having a great day. You know, as long as you're respectful when walking through these places, you'll be fine. Okay, before we get too long into our Zach Bagans rants, I have not read this with you guys today. Let's start. Okay. Oh, excuse me, y'all. A wise son makes a glad father, but a foolish son is sorrow to his mother. It'll be a good day, God willing. God willing, it's going to be a great day. Okay. Treasonous gained by wickedness does not profit, but the righteous delivers from death. The Lord does not let the righteous go hungry, but thou words craving of the wicked, but he thwarts. The words in the Bible are weird. Thwarts. He thwarts. And I lost my place. The craving of wickedness. A slack hand causes poverty, but the hand of the delight makes rich. A son who gathers in the summer is prudent, but a son who sleeps in the harvest brings shame. Blessings are on hand of the righteous, but the mouth of the wicked consoles violence. The memory of the righteous is a blessing, of righteousness is a blessing, but the name of the wicked will rot. The wise heart will heed commandments, but partying fool will ruin. He who walks in integrity walks securely, but he who pivots his way will be found out. He who winks eyes causes trouble, but he who boldly reproves makes peace. The mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but the mouth of the wicked consoles violence. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers offenses. On the lips of him who has understanding, wisdom is found. But the rod for the back of him who lacks sense. Wise men lay up knowledge, but the babbling of the fool brings ruin near. A rich man's wealth is his strong city. The poverty of the poor man is their ruin. The wage of the righteous leads to life, but the grain of the wicked is sin. He who heeds instructions on the path of life, but who he rejoices reproof goes astray. He who consoles hatred, I cannot say that word. It doesn't matter how. I'm going to put my finger right there. Because I want to talk about something. I cannot say any form of this word without screwing it up. And that's not on speech therapy. That's not on anything. That is my brain literally not saying the word properly. I have never been able to say that word properly. Ever. Ever. Okay. Let's continue. And I moved my, okay. Hatred lays low lips. Consoles hatred has lying lips. Sorry. And he who utters slander is a fool. When wounds are many, transgression is not lacking. But he who restrains his lips is prudent. The tongue of the righteous is a choice silver. The mind of the wicked has little worth. The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die from their lack of sense. A blessing of the Lord makes rich and adds no sorrow with it. It is like sport to a fool to do wrong, but wise conduct pleasure to a man of understanding. What the wickedness dreads will come upon him, but the desires of the righteous will be granted. When the tempest pass, the wicked is no more, but when the righteous is established forever. Like vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes is sluggard those who send him. The fear of the Lord prolongs life, but the years of the wicked will be short. The hope of the righteous ends in gladness, but the expectation of the wicked comes to no nut. The Lord is a stronghold to him whose ways are upright, who is upright. But the distracted to the evildoers, the righteous will never be removed, but the wicked will not dwell in the land. The mouth of the righteous brings forth wisdom, but the perverse tongue will be cut off. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked is perverse. And that is your daily proverb. The next proverb I'm going to read with you guys is 12. After that, it's 14. Stick around long enough and you will hear this entire book. I'm gonna go fix the AC because it is hot. You probably why the dogs don't want to move. Okay. We'll turn it back up to 70 later, but I gotta have it a little cooler because it is hot today. And I don't know if it's because I'm working out more, y'all, because I've been adding really nice things into my routine. Like I said, if the nice manager at the Planet Fitness lets me and I can go to the back, I can show you guys. Because I added these things called kettlebell windmills that Beth Copeland. You guys know where's Beth Copeland in AEW, my WWE peoples, it's Beth Phoenix. She does these things called kettlebell windmills. And you put it here, you have your feet pointing opposite directions, and you go, woo! 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 And if you have shoulder pain, you're going like this. But I think that would be, just doing it with the body weight felt so good. But before I forget, I'm gonna go put this caffeine. Should be, come on. But yeah, we are getting slowly back to normal. Around here at least, for now. And this like Jesus part of me, guys, has always been here. This is not a new part of me. I mean, it is for my husband and not really my husband, but my in-laws. Oh, goodness gracious. Wow. Where did that accent come from? I think it's just from being in Georgia for almost like 3 years now. I've been here like 2 years. Almost 3. And the accent pops out when it wants to. I try to sound as Californian as I can. It doesn't always work. But whatever. So the goal for the day after this live is to get dressed, let the dogs run around, do something with my husband. I think we have an appointment. Saturday we go hear a speaker. I'm gonna grab extra paper for that because, you know, Saturday and Sunday Mass get their own pages. So I have a folder back here that I can add like speaker notes to. And then, you know, when this is full, it's going straight up into my office. And by then, either hopefully someone will have purchased the other ones off the Amazon list, or I will have found a coupon for one I really, really like. Now, it does not have to be the same amount of pages each and every time. It just has to be a notebook, either bound like this with a spiral, because I can put yarn through it, or just a hardcover through and through. Because I use this to pray on a daily. I use this for Mass on a weekly. If we have talks in group, I'm putting them in there. I'm going to put OCIA notes in here. So I need to start looking at possibly getting another one. I need to look up something. The first thing I'm going to look going on this coupon app is an iPad charger. That way I can charge. Sorry, I had to write something down. Something does not feel with the right. Put user in the timeout. Hide user from channel. Yeah, something doesn't feel right with you. So we're just gonna go ahead and hide user from channel. Ha! It's not gonna hide the comments, but. Alright. So we're gonna ask St. Catherine of Siena for her intercession and to pray for us that we learn to love ourselves more. Because one of the pitfalls that I have is I fall out of these things where I don't love myself very much. I will love others unconditionally at times and do things for everybody else, but I cannot seem to focus inward sometimes. So we're just gonna ask her for a little bit of intercession. And these prayers don't have to be anything complicated. Oh, sweet. Ha. I hit all the comments. I love how, like, when I ban somebody, like, not really ban, but when I say hide this person from channel, all their comments go to. Like, right now it's just me. When this gets bigger, I'll have a couple moderators. And those moderators can feel things out because I will have trusted them. But it's going to take them a while to build up that trust with me. And I'm going to let them do it on their time. Okie dokie. Okay, where's that lighter? Because at this point, I want to light this candle. There it is. Yay. Okay. Gotta do something off screen so YouTube doesn't block me. Yeah. Oh, I kind of need a new candle soon. I'm gonna need a new candle soon. What I want to do is just get like a gallon like thing that can handle a candle and get as long of a wick as I can for that. Tape it to it, and then as I like use up like candle waxes, paraffin waxes, it's gonna be a mix of beeswax and paraffin. Maybe I'm liking the beeswax candles right now, so I might try to stick with those for a while. And just make a big candle and then melt it and then get those things that can become wax warmers, because I gotta get a new light for this one anyways. I gotta get a new light for this one. All it's gonna take is just replacing the light. And then this will get mixed into its own separate like giant candle and melted down and turned back into wax melts and so forth and so forth. Because I don't like wasting. But I like this one, this little wax warmer thing, because it has bears and twists. And yeah, I just need to get a new light for it. All right. Oh. There's my freaking alarm down the stream, but since I was up, because I started late, I'm gonna go late. Thank you, AAP18. Thank you. Amazon Flex. Gave me free shirt. I thought they were just for the drivers. The lady turned to my husband and asked if I could have one. Alex said, yeah, if, you know, she wants, yeah, give her one, you know, and oh, okay. Welcome. I know whose channel you're coming from. I am so sorry. I mean, if you're just coming because you're friends with Holly, welcome. But if you're coming from who I think you're coming from, and we're not competing with him. We're just giving you guys a stream that is filled with just a human being a human, because I don't believe in being anything else. But welcome. I had a feeling you were from Discord. Yeah. I love Holly. I love the crap out of Holly. I don't know Butthead. I'm going to call him Butthead over here. I don't know Butthead that well, but the few times I have popped in to his Discord, he's been okay. But I'm not okay with everything he did. Yeah, if you're single, it's okay to talk to people. But to keep, whatever. I'm not getting into that drama over here. We're not going to get into it over here. He's like, oh yeah, I was on a Zach Bagans rant before I stopped. So Zach Bagans, sorry guys, ADD and all of this, but Zach Bagans, like I said, I don't agree with his decisions, but it wasn't affecting me none. And so I have... No, he hasn't done me wrong either. I think he's lost. I do think he's lost, and I pray that he gets found. I wish nothing but the best for him. I'm over here to give people who want to watch a stream on a weekly basis someplace to go. I started this because I told Holly, hey, I can start a stream if you want, just so you can have something to watch if you want. And my husband encouraged it, and I do 3 days a week. I'm not an everyday person. I'm busy. It's actually a miracle I'm not doing 50 million things right now. I'm not over there enough to really make it worth my while. I do pop in every once in a while, but I mainly pop in for the cat. I pop in for Wildling, and that's about it. Once she pops off screen, I leave. That's the only reason I'm really there, because I'm not into the war room news, and if you guys are picking up on what I'm laying down, you'll find out who it is. But I'm not a fan of the war room news, the politics, anything like that. That's more my husband's territory. I was only over there because that channel made my husband happy, and I wanted to see what made him happy. And I genuinely liked the content he was doing about his trailer. And then Wildling. So I'm there for trailer and the cat. And that's about it. I like the content I like. And I will like the content I like over there, just like I hope you guys go through my channel. And if you see content you like, give me a thumbs up so I know, oh, people want to see more of that. Okay. Made it. Let's ask my angel for guidance real quick. Okay, back to my Zach Bagans rant. Zach Bagans started off really good. He was really respectful. And somewhere between Demon House and him buying the Haunted Museum and the Demon House, okay? Something changed. I think he was possessed because he did not go in with enough spiritual protection. You go in with enough spiritual protection from whatever you believe in, you will be protected. I don't think he went in with enough spiritual protection. I think after he bought the Haunted Museum, he should have had it blessed. I think he should have a cycle, like the Warren's Occult Museum. I don't know if the comedian still does it, but if the comedian isn't still doing it, I encourage him to have a priest, a father, somebody walk through and bless that space. Constantly bless that space. That way, nothing evil attaches itself to you, nor your guests. Okay? You know, like I am constantly blessing my home by myself. I'm gonna have this place blessed by one of the fathers at my church when I'm confirmed. And I'm gonna probably have them come out on a 6-month basis, so twice a year, to keep my house blessed. Because I know what I am sensitive to is spirit. And because, and I should tell this story in a video, but I was attacked by something very evil when I was very young. I wasn't very young. It was like 09, maybe 10. Like around that, 2010, 2009. I was attacked by something. Yeah, it was 2009, 2010. No, it was a couple years after that. My mom had just moved in. So I was attacked by something very evil when I was very young. And my sister, and I'll tell the full version later, but my sister and her friend ended up trapping it in my room. My mom had to get it out because this thing tried to strangle me 3 separate times. Twice while I was awake and could fight back. It tried to get me for the last time in my sleep. And if I can find the Bible, if it's not upstairs, I think it is. I have a Bible I've had since 2009. I got my hand on it and it let go. So when you're as sensitive to that stuff as I am, you're constantly going to be protecting yourself. Like, I don't do I don't do this not protecting yourself thing. Like, I believe in going in with blessings in prayer to keep things off of you. And then when you go out of that space, blessing, prayer, go to a local church the next day and ask one of the fathers to splash you with holy water. That's what I'm going to be doing before I do any of these ghost hunts that I want to do in October. I'm going to ask the fathers if there's a way that the next day, because if it's nighttime, the next day I can come to the church and have one of them come outside. It can be the deacon or one of the new fathers. We have three. We have a pastor, a deacon, and 2 fathers at our church that can do it. All I would need is for them to do a simple blessing, a simple, like, bind off prayer, whatever you want, and splash me with holy water. That is all I will personally need, because I will have walked in and out with protection. Because I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid, Zach. I don't like Zach. Spirit apparently doesn't like Zach either. Okay. That's enough of my insane rambling. So, yeah. Another show I used to like a whole lot was Ghost Adventures. They were cool. They debunked things. That was really cool. I liked Most Haunted Places in America. I can still find that on Tubi. I watched that a while back. Because I'm a fan of the paranormal. I want to know more. But at the same time, I'm not, like I said, I'm not walking in or out of anywhere without protection. Because if what they say is true and loved ones in heaven don't come back, then where does that leave all the souls in purgatory kind of thing? So I love how some of my prayers, some days I can give myself space to write everything I like to write at the end of them. But other days like today, I could have wrote everything, but this is my math notes from yesterday. I have dyslexia, so I try. I don't know. I started late, so that could be the reason she's not here. She's also visiting her boyfriend. I think this is the last week she's going to be up there visiting her boyfriend. And she likes to rewatch these anyways. But she could also be talking to her kid. She'll probably be around in the Discord later. And she'll tell me she'll rewatch the live stream. And that's fine. Replay crew, I love you. I stole that from Emily D. Baker, who is a dyslexic lawyer who has really, really renewed my faith that I can do anything I want to do. It was just really hard to be a student because I wasn't getting the help I needed as far as note-taking and things like that. But, okay, so my plan for today is after this stream's over, I'm going to go get in some better clothes to clean and work out in because I've got a lot of dog poop in my backyard. So I'll pick up some of that. Because I don't have a pooper scooper because mine broke. And I don't want to use the shovel. I can use the shovel. I'm just not a big fan of using the shovel. But I need to start doing something because my yard is looking like a forest. My husband says he's going to whack it down with the frickin' lawnmower we have in our garage, which good. But we also need to do something. I need to go check a couple holes on my fence line and see how bad they are and see if I can buy dirt anywhere so I can block those holes from my dogs. And then I'm thinking for dinner maybe some spaghetti just because it's easy and it's hot so I can like make it cold. But I don't want to have to warm up the sauce. I mean, I will, but it's just hot. So I'm thinking spaghetti because it's simple. And then tomorrow's Tuesday. And then tomorrow I may or may not go out with my husband. He's a good man. He has his moments, and I'm going to get on the VA more because he needs somebody. DoorDash, please stop it. But yeah. So, let me talk a little bit more about this link tree. Only if you want. I guess I'm doing spark deliveries tomorrow. At least that took the guesswork out of tomorrow. We love him. He's a dork when he's happy. But yeah, no, the VA needs to get better. The VA just needs to be better. That is all I'm going to say about that. So yeah, after I get off this live, I'm going to go get in clothes and try to get as much done before the doctor's appointment as we can. I've got to make sure that doesn't get canceled on us, because sometimes they do. Judging by the fact they haven't called, his doctor's in. 38, 62, we can go longer. Oh, it won't let me snooze. It won't let me snooze. Well, I guess that's good. It only lets you snooze like 3 times. Okay, let's see. 5 more minutes. So yeah. And the stream is only going late today because I'm a dork and started late. But it's been like 62 minutes and I want to try for 65. So 3 more minutes, but less now, but yeah. I do like the fact that I can be here for those of you who need somebody here. But I really do think that this is going to be something. But that link tree is there if you want it. And you don't have to use it. During Halloween, though, guys, you will see me do this a lot just because I like the creepy look. I got to be careful, though. I'm blowing it out sooner and sooner because I'm getting to that point where I'm going to have to start considering getting a new candle. You're cracking, it's not good. I'm trying to melt my candle down evenly. Probably gonna give it a break here. And I'm out of butane. I will refill it. It's not hard refilling this one because I can see. But yeah, I'm getting to that point where I'm going to need to consider getting a new candle for this one and just melting the rest of it and putting it where I want it. So we're going to go ahead and let this cool. We're going to go ahead and fill this when we're off live. But yeah, we've got like 1 more minute, so I wanted to thank you guys for coming. Sorry I started late. We are here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you have any prayer requests, please let me know in the comments. It was nice seeing you.